So, do you see yourself living in Korea for a long time?
Yes. I don't know if it's possible, but yes, I can see it. Everything is convenient, safe, cool.
I've got some work shootings near the mountains. The landscape, the views of nature, breathtaking, and
really enjoyed how much more accepting maybe Koreans could be than Japan was.
Hello, my name is Tamuna. I'm 23. Now I'm in Korea. I'm working here as a model. Now we're in the Sokchung Lake.
Okay, so what do you like about Sokchung?
Cherry blossom, classic music. I think that it's really beautiful. I did not take a picture with this. I will remember it for many years before or after. We don't have cherry blossom in Russia.
Right.
Now in Russia it's snowy. It's snow there right now in the April.
So why did you choose to work here in Korea?
Just wanted to see Korea. Actually, it's my second time here, but when I was in Korea the first time, I didn't like it. Yes, I don't know why. Maybe I walked not that much. Now, in the second time, I walk everywhere and I see everything, so I really like Korea. And people here, they're so kind and cute.
Can you tell me your favorite thing in Korea?
The moon.
The moon?
The moon.
Why?
In Korea, it's red.
Red moon?
Yes, red moon, and
yeah.
yeah, and it's so big and beautiful. And what else? Barbecue. Yes, maybe Korean barbecue.
There's a folklore.
No, I don't know.
Story.
I don't know.
Korea. So in Korea, there's a folklore. A rabbit is up in the moon,
No.
and the rabbit is making top. Right.
Oh, I will see today.
What's your favorite place that you visited in Korea?
Bukhansan Mountain. There is tea houses near Bukchon Hanok village. I like the tea houses there because I can sit there and watch the moon and drink really good hot tea.
What surprised you the most about Korea?
That I need to put my trash into different bags, like plastic, paper, and food, everything separate. That you have in subway, these doors, glass doors. We don't have it. We just can go there.
Do you think it's better to have those doors?
Yeah, of course, it's better. It's safe, safety. Everything is closed at 8, maybe working hours of some places. Or I really don't like when in the Google Maps or Naver Maps it shows that place will close at 9, but actually it closes at 8.
Do you have anything else that is inconvenient?
No, no, I think no.
Not
Almost perfect.
We are here in Sokchon Lake, very late at night. Do you think it's still safe?
Of course, yes. I know in Korea it's still safe. You have the buttons, these red buttons, that you can press if something went wrong or you feel unsafe.
Do you think it's kind of different in your country?
Yes, I think so. Maybe not that much difference, but I can feel the difference. I can wear skirt and just be calm.
So, do you see yourself living in Korea for a long time?
Yes. Yes, but I don't know if it's possible, but yes, I can see it. I just like Korea. It's beautiful and people here is kind and everything is convenient, safe, cool. You just need to visit Korea and see it by yourself.
So, lastly, what's one thing that you want to do in Korea in the future?
Go to the mountain again, visit this Lotte World Museum and ice skating. Go to the Jeju.
Jeju.
Yes, I really want to go to the Jeju. Visit Jeju. Maybe right now. Maybe in 15 days.
You have the tickets?
Not yet, but my visa will expire expire in May, in the end of the May. So maybe I should go to the Jeju. It's a sign.
Okay, thank you so much for the interview.
Thank you so much for the interview too.
Hope you have a great time here.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm Polina. I'm from Russia.
Why did you come to Korea?
Had an interest in Asia at all throughout my life, and in Korea also. I really like the mountains and how it affects the geography of the city, that it's all like wavy and uncertain. I really liked it. Make the walking more interesting. Seoul is a really clean town and I like it. No rubbish, no trash all around the streets. That's also cool.
Do you think that aspect is kind of different in your country?
Cities in Russia are definitely dirtier. Even Moscow or St. Petersburg as the biggest ones, because they're much lower level of recycling. People are not really sorting their waste.
And she also said that she likes mountains. From Korea. So do you think all Russians kind of like the nature of mountains?
Probably there is actually a common thing in that, because especially I guess Russians from the western part of the country, because we don't have mountains there. Different experience, different nature experience. I guess that's probably the main breathtaking thing.
So it's a lot of flatlands in Russia.
Yeah.
What do you think is the image of Korea in general?
I think at the moment, and especially in the younger generation, it really correlates with K-pop culture, of course, and K-pop fans, idols, dances, I don't know, bubble tea, huge, cute mascots, and stuff like that. I think the perception of Korea is kind of similar to perception of Japan or China, because when the people are not really knowledgeable about like different aspects of different Asian countries.
And what was your first impression of Korea when you first came?
There were no wow, but I'm starting to like it more and more throughout the time. So it's like a gentle moving from looking around and exploring to starting to understand and to...
In Korea we say 스며들.
What?
Smother, that means seeping through.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of like what you just
Yeah. Slowly get to
get
a
used
fair.
to,
Mm-hmm.
getting
Yeah.
like to.
Yeah, that's it then.
So what was your favorite experience here in Korea?
I've got some work shootings near the mountains, of course. And so, yeah, the landscapes, the views of nature, they were breathtaking. And
your favorite food here in Korea?
I like ramen. Yeah, I won't say that I tasted it a lot, but also the beef and the meat are delicious, really delicious. Because I'm not really a meat eater, but here, pork and in barbecue restaurants, like I'm ready to scream when I eat it.
So is there anything funny or interesting that you found about Korean people since coming here?
People are really closed, especially to foreigners.
Koreans being closed kind of has to do with the language, or do you think it's just their personality?
I think there's the culture, of course, and the mentality, firstly, but that mixed it with different languages and languages gap. So it's kind of like a double, but still there are some kind or lovely situations. Anyway, when they see that you don't know the language, they're trying to help you, make some nice jests, I don't know, give you crackers for free.
Thank you so much for the interview.
Thank you.
Hi, my name's Nicholas, born in Australia, living in Denmark the past 12 years, I think. 25 years old.
And you said you visited Korea before, but what made you come back?
For the last 3 or 4 years, have only been doing, for the most part, solo traveling. I knew someone who was in Korea at the time when I was visiting Japan for a week. And so I just did a spontaneous weekend trip. Really enjoyed how much more accepting maybe Koreans could be for solo travelers than Japan was, even though both locations are amazing. I love history and so on, so it's very easy pick to say.
So do you think Japanese people are quite different in that aspect?
To some degree, yes, but I don't see it as a bad thing at all. When I'm out, I'm very outgoing, but when I'm inside, like I'm very introverted. So I think both cultures are similar in the sense they're like respectful of each other compared to what I'm used to in Europe in some regards. So
What was your favorite thing in Korea so far?
I went to Namsan Mountain the other day. That was completely spontaneous, just walking in Myeongdong. So far, that's what I've liked.
And what was your favorite food here?
Anytime the menu says kimchi, I'm always ordering that. And I'm trying to find a place to eat bibimbap. Whenever I see restaurants with like big pots on the table, like it sort of makes me nervous in some regards because I'm not used to eating in places that has like saucepans, pots on the table. So I need to get the confidence for that.
So what's one thing that is Korean that is kind of famous
I feel like K-pop has become really big in Denmark. Like I've known some people over the years who listen to it. I think technology, just in general, nice and simple, I think. Yeah.
And what's your image of Korea?
I actually had a talk yesterday with some people about how Australia has a lot of fashion at the moment. Europe does too in some regards. But when I look at Korean people dressing, I feel like Danish people, like the theme is depression in some regards because it's always like dark clothes, coats and so on. Whereas I look at Korean people and sometimes I feel almost like embarrassed when I like look at my clothes style or shoes or whatnot because I don't really have any sense of style. I just sort of put on what I feel is most comfortable. Yeah.
You mentioned that Korean people are quite different from Japanese people. Among like East Asian people, what do you think is one characteristic that makes Korea stand out among those countries?
Oh, that's good. Experience. I think Koreans are much more outgoing in some regards, like more prone to risk taking compared to some Japanese people I've met, where you need to learn about them a little bit before they start opening up. Whereas with Koreans, it's okay for me to make mistakes sometimes. Koreans are much more accepting towards some vulnerabilities, just like in personal experience so far.
Can you see yourself living here for a long period?
I could. Had my childhood in Australia, lived so far as an adult in Denmark. Enjoy both places, but definitely do want to live somewhere else. Korea seems like a great choice. Yeah.
Can you just tell me like one word that summarizes Korea?
So far, like whenever traveling, I can always feel a sense of stress or like anxiety around people. The Koreans is very like it's always like very calm. You don't feel the high pace aspect of life, even if it's there.
What's one aspect of Korea that you think Koreans can kind of improve upon?
Like just a small thing, the app, Naver, like the Maps app.
Yeah.
If it worked a bit faster,
Yeah, right.
that'd probably like be the my only thing. But it's
What surprised you the most since coming here?
I love museums, like history museums, and Seoul National Museum has blown my mind quite a lot in terms of how big it is, but how much detail there is. I was only there for a few hours yesterday and I plan to go back there during the weekend. So I think I need like 2 or 3 visits to get everything in. Museums in other countries, they can also be quite big, but not as detailed, I'd say. Yeah.
Thank you so much for the interview. I hope you have a great travel here.
Thank you.